The moment I opened my newborn eyes, I knew one thing for sure: this wasn't my world. I had been reincarnated. My tiny body was wrapped in a blanket. My vision was blurry, but I could see two figures hovering over me. My new parents, smiling like they'd found a treasure. But even as an infant, I could feel it. A power pulsing inside me. A strange warmth that grew every time I drank milk. It didn't take long to figure out. With every mouthful, I got stronger. This was thanks to my cheat system. Practice makes power. Any part of my body that I trained would evolve infinitely. By 3 months old, I'd kicked my legs over 10,000 times. At 4 months, I was crawling. By 5 months, I was walking. This wasn't normal, but it was my new reality. At just 6 months old, while other babies were just learning to focus their eyes, I was already sitting between my parents, watching TV. And what a world it was! This Earth had gone through a mysterious transformation, creating 2 paths for superhuman evolution. Cyborgs who enhanced their bodies with machines, and gene fusers who merged with mutated creature genes. Humanity's greatest threat wasn't war, but the countless mutated beasts roaming the land. It was during this chaotic time that our new neighbors moved in. They had a daughter, Shen Qingyan. I didn't know it then, but our fates would become deeply intertwined. By 7 months, I could run, jump, and even talk. At 8 months, I started doing sit-ups to train my abs, always when my parents weren't looking. But you know what they say, if you walk by the river long enough, you're bound to get your shoes wet. One day, my mum caught me. Did I just see my 8-month-old son doing sit-ups? The second she blinked, I flopped down and went back to being a normal baby. She just sighed. I must be too stressed from writing novels lately. Lucky for me, both my parents were novelists with wild imaginations. But then came the day my mum discovered my abs while bathing me. "Honey, our Chen is only 8 months old. How can he have abs?" My father stroked his chin, thinking hard. He eats a lot, and he has defined abs. Honey, could our son be a once-in-a-million prodigy? He nodded to himself. It's settled. Our Chen will be a powerful gene fuser, or at the very least, a cyborg. I silently breathed a sigh of relief. Thank goodness for parents like them. Soon, a TV report showed a 2-year-old from an ancient martial arts family lifting a 20-kilogram dumbbell. Mum patted my head. My Chen is amazing too. You won't lose to those prodigies. Could I lift 20 kilograms at age 2? Turns out, yes, easily. On my 2nd birthday, my training system had made it effortless. Just then, Mum called out, "Chen, little sister Han is here to play." I saw Shen Qingyan holding an egg tart for me. Even though she was a child and I wasn't, I let her cling to me. She was the perfect size for a weighted training accessory, except for one flaw. She leaked. Mom Han wet herself again. At 3 years old, I could lift 40 kilograms with one hand, while the capital's prodigy, a year and a half older, could only lift 30. But when I checked my status, I was still listed as ordinary tier 1, just ... ordinary. What would it take to level up? I decided to go to the library. Reading was my new gateway to knowledge. There I learned about the 6 biological ranks: ordinary, advanced, rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. I was at the absolute bottom. Then my system chimed in. A new mission. Read 100 million words to gain the divine intellect trait. So I trained my body and my mind, even doing sit-ups while reading. By 4, I had read over 43 million words and finally advanced to ordinary tier 2. My stats skyrocketed. I could lift 80 kilograms and sprint 100 meters in under 11 seconds. In kindergarten, Shen Kingen was being bullied. One day, I'd had enough. I jumped onto the teacher's desk and roared, "Whoever calls her bedwetting queen again, I'll make sure you wet your bed every day." The class went silent. Han stared at me with pure admiration, and I unlocked a new title, King of Kindergarten. Half a year later, I finished the reading mission and unlocked divine intellect, gaining a photographic memory and perfect learning ability. By the time we graduated kindergarten at age 7, I could lift 200 kilograms and run the 100-meter dash in under 8 seconds. I'd already self-studied the entire elementary curriculum, and I tutored Kingen, who became the top student right behind me. Then, one day, a new transfer student arrived. She had white hair, a cold aura, and felt ... not quite human. Shen Kingen whispered, "Lil Chen. Her hair looks like snowflakes." But I wasn't focused on her hair. I was focused on her inhuman presence. Her name was Baizu, and she smelled of isolation, mystery, and danger. And that was when everything started to change. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow for the next part.